Hi guys, good morning. This is Ms.Hong. So today is March 17, Tuesday. I'm gonna offer you this like online lesson. So every day I'm gonna upload this worksheet on the Google Classroom and I'm gonna go over some stuff quickly because like you learned it last year, but I know you forgot everything, right? So I'm gonna go over like some questions in the lesson paper. Then you need to complete the questions I didn't go over in this paper, all right? And then you need to upload this lesson paper, and there's another homework, right? So you need to do your homework and you need to upload your homework too. So this is our everyday routine. So if you have any question, you can text me via Remind app, all right? So let's go. This is our first lesson. We will do absolute value function, and before we start it, I'm gonna go over absolute value. So absolute value, this is the symbol. You just have this parenthesis, but not like parenthesis. This is absolute value, like you draw it like this, straight line. And if x is positive or equal to 0, you can just have x. Whatever you have inside, you can just have it on the outside. If x is less than 0, which means negative number, then you need extra negative. So this one does not mean negative value because your x is already negative. You have another negative sign, that means that's positive. For example, like this, you have absolute value of -2. You can just have the number. We need to make it positive, right? So you have another negative sign, then you get +2. So that means like that, all right? And also you can think, oh, absolute values, the distance from 0, then we can have negative distance. It's 0 here, -2 here. The distance is 1, 2, right? Distance is 2. We don't say, oh, my distance is -2. We don't do that. So absolute value is when you have any number inside it, then you can think, oh, that's the distance from the 0. Then you can get positive value. And look at this one. So there's another example, 0 and -3. Then the distance will be 1, 2, 3. So it's absolute value of -3, which is 3, right? And let's look at this example. Okay, Nicole, what's absolute value of 2? Yes, Nicole answered me. 2. Jennifer, what's absolute value of -2? Right, that's 2 because that's the distance from -2 to 0. Nelson, what's absolute value of 1.2? 1.2, correct. Esther, what's absolute value of -12? Okay, 12. Guys, you get it? I'm like playing by myself. Oh my god. I missed you so much. My daughter's laughing over there. Alright, absolute value of 0, then that is 0 because you don't go anywhere, right? Okay, this is just review for the absolute value number, right? So now you know how to get absolute value numbers, and then we will figure out the function. I'm gonna graph the function. So look, so here's our table. So I'm gonna graph this. Y equals absolute value of x. So when x is -5, then we plug into absolute value of here, right, x. So we do absolute value of -5, right? And same thing, absolute value of -4, like this. So let me complete this first one. So absolute value of -5. What's the absolute value of -5? Okay, Brian answered me. So that's 5, right? And then you got -5 and 5. So we can complete the coordinate pair. -5, 5, right? So let's complete this table. So when it's -4, your y value will be 4. negative 3, then 3. Oops. And then when it's negative 2, that's 2. Okay, negative 1, then 1. So negative 1 and 1. Lydia, what's the absolute value of 0? That is 0. Okay. Absolute value of 1, absolute value of 2. So guys, you're supposed to complete it. If you cannot print it out, then you can copy everything down on your notebook. Alright? And you know, when you come back to school, I'm gonna check your notebook. You're supposed to have everything. Alright? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Alright. And I'm gonna plot the point. You see that's 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Your x and y axis. And let's plot x, y, negative 5, 5. I'm gonna use color. So here, and negative 4, negative 4. It's right here, negative 3, negative 3. Right there, negative 2, 2. Negative 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Right? Do you see this V shape? And I'm gonna connect the point. Stop, Emily. Alright. So guys, look, do you see this V shape? Right? What do you think about the vertex? Definitely that should be our vertex, right? So in this graph, my vertex is 0, 0. And it says what the vertex of the absolute value function is. The point where the function changes direction. Look, it was negative slope and it turned to positive slope. So that point is my vertex. Or we can also say that's the turning point, but normally we call that vertex. So that's 0, 0. So for absolute value, this point is very special point. So every time you will find the vertex. Okay, so far, any question? You can remind me. Alright, I mean, you can send me a text through remind. Alright, so this is our first page. Our second page, exercise. So we are sketching this function. Y equals absolute value of x plus 3. So let's do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do like negative numbers. Your vertex will be here. So you know, I already you will see it when your inside is 0, then that's your vertex. So in this case, you have x plus 3, right? So x plus 3. If this is 0, then that is your vertex. So when you solve it, you will get negative 3. That is your vertex. So I'm going to put negative 3 here. Oh, you can see it. Negative 3. So let's make it negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1. Negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. Like that. And I'm going to get the function values. So when it's negative 7, then to get my y value, we need to plug negative 7 into x. So you do negative 7 plus 3, right? Then negative 7 plus 3. Melanie, what's negative 7 plus 3? That's negative 4, right? And absolute value of negative 4, that's 4. So this is 4. Negative 7, then you get 4. But we don't have negative 7 here, so we can't plot it. But if you really want to do it, I can do it for you. So it's right here, right? And when it's negative 6, so let's put negative 6 here. Then that is negative 6 plus 3. Jackie, what's negative 6 plus 3? that's negative 3. So it is 3, right? So that's 3. When it's negative 6, it is 3. So right here, right? And then when it's negative 5, negative 5 plus 3, then that is negative 2. So it is 2. When it's negative 5, it is 2. Like that. But do you see the pattern? Let's put negative 3. Then negative 3 plus 3. So you will get 0. So when it's negative 3, you get 0. So let me complete this one. Like this. So guys, so this one is your parent function, which is absolute value of x. And when you create absolute value of 3, then you will get this graph. Alright? So I want you to complete this one too. So I told you inside is 0, so x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then you get 3 for the vertex. So I'm gonna put 3 for this one, and it will be 0. Alright? And you can complete your table. You need to complete it. Alright? I'm not doing it, but you need to complete it. So you try this and then draw the graph here. Alright? And here's the summary. So when y equals x plus h, the graph is shifted. Look, when it's plus 3, where did you go? When it's plus 3, we move to the left, right? We move to the left, right? And for that one, when it's 3, you will get 0. So that means that's your vertex, right? So actually your graph looks like this. So when it's minus 3, we move to the right. So shift, graph is shifted, h to the left. Alright, when it's minus h, it shifted h to the right. Alright, so it's opposite. You may think, oh, plus h, then didn't I go to the right side? No, we are thinking 0 of that. Alright, so you make it 0, or you can just take the opposite sign. Plus h, then that's minus h, which is negative. When you have minus h, then you change sign, plus h. So it's positive, so you move to the right. Alright, so you need to think about the opposites